There is no previous article to read.
1. Q. What does a high capital output ratio indicate? A. High capital investment but low increase in output. 2. Q. What is required for capital formation? A. Savings and investment as a share of GDP. 3. Q. What is the difference between economic growth and economic development? A. Growth quantitative, development is qualitative. 4. Q. Which organization publishes the Global Gender Gap Index? A. World Economic Forum. 5. Q. What are the 4 dimensions of the Global Gender Gap Index? A. Economic participation, education, health, and political empowerment. 6. Q. What are the indicators of the Global Hunger Index? A. Undernutrition, wasting, stunting, and child mortality. 7. Q. What is GDP? A. Total value of goods and services produced within a country. 8. Q. What is NDP? A. GDP minus depreciation. 9. Q. What is GNP? A. Total value of goods and services produced by nationals. 10. Q. What is financial inclusion? A. Access to services, protection, and usage. 11. Q. Which scheme promotes financial inclusion in India? A. Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. 12. Q. What is demographic dividend? A. Economic growth due to a higher working age population. 13. Q. What does the Malthusian theory state? A. Population grows faster than resources. 14. Q. What is births rate? A. Number of per 1000 population. 15. Q. What is fertility rate? A. Average number of children per woman age 15 to 49. 16. Q. What is infants mortality rate? A. Deaths of below 1 year per 1000 live births. 17. Q. What is maternal mortality rate? A. Deaths of mothers per 1 lakh live births. 18. Q. What is sex ratio? A. Number of females per 1000 males. 19. Q. What is dependency ratio? A. Ratio of dependents to working age population. 20. Q. What replaced the human poverty index? A. Multidimensional poverty index. 21. Q. What are the dimensions of the multidimensional poverty index? A. Health, education, and standard of living. 22. Q. What does human development index measure? A. Life expectancy, education, and income. 23. Q. Who estimates national income in India? A. Central Statistics Office. 24. Q. What is the difference between factor cost and market price? A. Market price equals factor cost plus taxes, subsidies. 25. Q. Which country has the highest life expectancy? A. Japan. 26. Q. What is the poverty line based on? A. Minimum consumption needs, calories or expenditure. 27. Q. Which method uses cost of living for poverty estimation? A. Tendulkar Committee. 28. Q. What is the role of the National Development Council? A. Approves 5-year plans. 29. Q. Who proposed the heavy industry model in the second 5-year plan? A. P.C. Mahalanobis. 30. Q. What was the focus of the 12th 5-year plan? A. Faster, sustainable, and inclusive growth. 31. Q. What are the goals of 5-year plans? A. Growth, modernization, self-reliance, and equity. 32. Q. When was the new economic policy introduced in India? A. 1991. 33. Q. What is liberalization? A. Removal of industrial licensing and deregulation. 34. Q. What is inflation? A. Rise in general price level. 35. Q. What is deflation? A. Fall in general price level. 36. Q. What is disinflation? A. Reduction in the rate of inflation. 37. Q. Who controls inflation through monetary policy in India? A. Reserve Bank of India. 38. Q. Which index is used currently to measure inflation in India? A. Consumer Price Index, CPI. 39. Q. What does core inflation exclude? A. Food and fuel prices. 40. Q. What is recession? A. Negative GDP growth. 41. Q. What is depression? A. Prolonged and severe decline in GDP. 42. Q. What is economic recovery? A. Gradual rise in activity. 1. Q. What are the basic factors of agriculture? A. Land, labor, capital, and other resources. 2. Q. What is the purpose of minimum support price, MSP? A. To protect farmers from price fall. 3. Q. Which body recommends MSP? A. Commission for Agricultural Costs and Prices. 4. Q. When is MSP announced? A. Before sowing season. 5. Q. What is procurement price? A. Price at which government purchases food grains. 6. Q. What is issue price? A. Price at which food grains are distributed through PDS. 7. Q. Which crops are not covered under MSP? A. Tea, coffee, fruits. 8. Q. Which scheme was launched in 2007 to increase food grain production? A. National Food Security Mission. 9. Q. Which act ensures food security in India? A. National Food Security Act 2013. 10. Q. What is the coverage of the National Food Security Act? A. 75% rural and 50% urban population. 11. Q. How much food grain is provided under NFSA? A. 5 kilograms per person per month. 12. Q. Which scheme provides 35 kilograms food grains to poorest households? A. Antyodaya Anna Yojana. 13. Q. What benefit is given to pregnant women under NFSA? A. 6,000 rupees maternity benefit. 14. Q. Which scheme provides crop insurance to farmers? A. Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. 15. Q. What risks are covered under PMFBY? A. Yield loss, post-harvest loss, and localized calamities. 16. Q. What is the premium rate for food crops under PMFBY? A. Around 2%. 17. Q. What is the purpose of neem-coated urea? A. Slow release of nitrogen and better absorption. 18. Q. What is seed replacement ratio? A. Use of certified seeds instead of farm-saved seeds. 19. Q. What is drip irrigation? A. Water saving method. 20. Q. Which institution regulates monetary policy in India? A. Reserve Bank of India. 21. Q. What is the inflation target set for RBI? A. 4% plus or minus 2%. 22. Q. What is CRR? A. Cash reserve ratio kept with RBI. 23. Q. What is SLR? A. Statutory liquidity ratio maintained by banks. 24. Q. What is repo rate? A. Rate at which RBI lends to banks. 25. Q. What is reverse repo rate? A. Rate at which RBI borrows from banks. 26. Q. What is bank rate? A. Long-term lending of RBI without collateral. 27. Q. What is open market operation? A. Buying and selling of government securities by RBI. 28. Q. What is priority sector lending? A. Credit to sectors like agriculture, MSMEs, education. 29. Q. What is loan to value LTV ratio? A. Loan amount compared to collateral value. 30. Q. What is expansionary monetary policy? A. Increasing money supply and lowering interest rates. 31. Q. What is the function of NABARD? A. Rural and agricultural development financing. 32. Q. Where is the headquarters of RBI? A. Mumbai. 33. Q. What does NPCI manage? A. Retail payment systems like UPI and RuPay. 34. Q. What is the Gini coefficient? A. Measure of income inequality. 35. Q. What does the Gini coefficient of 1 indicate? A. Perfect inequality. 36. Q. What is marginal standing facility MSF? A. Overnight borrowing facility from RBI. 37. Q. What is the function of the Monetary Policy Committee? A. Decide interest rates and monetary policy. 38. Q. What is the role of the World Bank? A. Provide financial and technical assistance. 39. Q. What are the components of the World Bank Group? A. IBRD, IDA, IFC, MIGA. 40. Q. What is the role of the International Monetary Fund? A. Maintain global financial stability. 41. Q. What is the new development bank? A. Development Bank of BRICS nations. 42. Q. What is the function of WTO subsidy boxes? A. Classify subsidies as green, amber, and blue.